Hey there, people. How's it going? Welcome to the Flawless and Tea Party Chat Show, live here on Flawless Rage 2. It is the 20th of April, 2023, and tonight we are back with another fantastic live stream for you guys. So we better introduce the co-host to this, shall we? He is my nephew. He is the master of disaster. He is funky like a monkey. He is Tea Party Gaming. How you doing tonight, T?
Fine, how are you?
I'm not too bad.
That's a good intro, that's different. You normally taking the mickey.
Well, I can take the mickey if you want.
No, you're fine.
Okay, I'll do it again. He is a man who, if there is adult toys about, he's going to use them. It's Tea Party Gaming.
Oh, fuck off, dickhead. Yeah, alright, whatever. Oh, look, 3 people already, look.
3 people already, yes.
Obviously me.
Yeah.
One of them's me and you.
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't know who the third person is, but say hello. Okay.
Yeah, straight away.
So here we go. Tonight we've got a bit of a special one for you.
Yes.
It's quite a sensitive one as well. Tonight we're going to be discussing the issues of mental health.
And we hope this stream on video help as well with a voice and stuff.
If I can help just one person, I'll consider it a success. It's one of them things that we're going to be talking about tonight. I'm not going to talk about things that I haven't suffered with or I don't really know much about, but I'll be talking about things that I've been through. My story's been on here before, but I'm happy to go through it again. And also we'll be getting T's input on it. But before we do, we need to get this lawnmower bloody going. So...
Yeah. Thursday night game, lawnmowers live like that.
Well, it's the only way to do it right, I feel. Okay.
Yeah.
We'll confirm that contract and we'll get straight in. Third viewer's still here. Third viewer, whoever you are, say hello. Say
so you know who you are.
Bonjour. Say, I don't know, chickens are wonderful. Anything.
It does depend on if you speak English or not.
This is a good point, actually.
You know, you can come in and don't understand what the fuck we're saying, and then don't say hi in the chat because you can't understand what we're saying. So, have fun watching if you are. And don't want to say anything, that's fine. You know.
Why is it always this garden we have to do?
I don't bloody know, don't ask me, I'm not the game, am I? Talk to the game developers, not me.
Okay, so we're going to take that down to about 5. Will do that, yeah. That'll be fine. Oh, yeah. God, this lawnmower's being a cunt already. I don't like it.
Oh, God. Already?
Yeah, we're going to go with it, though.
Ah, right. That's all right. That's good then, isn't it? Always go with it.
Absolutely. Okay, so we can start. Because we are cutting. So,
cutting.
Mental health. A lot of it about these days. There's just just an absolute ton of it about because there's so much shit going on in the world, and with one thing and another, it causes people to feel depressed, feel anxious, and stuff. Before I run through me, T, have you experienced any mental health in your life with you or anyone you know? You don't have to give names.
Yeah, in the family and also myself. Never thought about it before. But
okay.
Obviously never noticed it before until obviously later on.
Right,
and
so what have you experienced in yourself?
Just probably not going out, not socialising, being alone and stuff, but things I like my own company a lot, so obviously I've always been like that anyways, as you know. So obviously I've always liked my own company and stuff, so excuse me, and I just cope with it and carry on life and do the best I can, really.
Okay, what is it like an anxiety thing that happens with you? Is it panic attacks, anything like that? Is it depression?
I think a bit of both, but obviously anxiety comes in. I have problems as it is anyways, and that comes in with that. Like if I get panicky, well, I don't know where I'm going, or I don't know. Example, I don't know if you're going on a train somewhere and it stops or something, you don't know what's happening, kind of thing.
Yeah.
And the big help with that is me listening to my music and that.
Okay, so music is basically your go-to if you're feeling a bit funny.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, all I can say is find things to help you cope with your mental health and depression. That's what I say. Yeah, there is stuff out there. Obviously, there is stuff out there to get help and talk to. If that's what you feel like you want to talk to someone, if that helps you, then that helps you. But if you don't feel like talking it out, find something that you enjoy doing and take your mind off it. That's what I do.
Yeah. Well, with me, I have told my story on here before, but any new viewers may not have seen them videos, so I'm going to go and talk about it again. I got diagnosed with anxiety, depression, and panic attacks in 2012. I was, at the time, on job seekers allowance and didn't have any experience with being, going places on my own. If I was, when I was little, if I wanted to go anywhere, jump in the car with Dad, he'll take me kind of thing. That was the way I got around. And, wait till he's sort of like come into town or going up the city or something and then be with him that way, then do what I've got to do, and then the rest of the time I'm all good. I did used to go to a place when I left school, which I had to get a taxi there, which was a little bit nerve-wracking to start off with, but that I got used to quite quickly. It was a good place to go, and well, I say it was a good place to go. It was like an adult fucking play school, and but that's a good thing came out of it, because that's where I met my wife. And I then later on, as I say, was on job seekers. I'd never been anywhere on my own before, never done public transport on my own before, and then sort of like manifested into sort of like, okay, I can't do this. Just straight up, no thinking about it, just I can't do this. I'd never got a train before, and I'd never, done anything like that in my life. And I remember getting on that train that morning, and when I get anxious, I have like what I call an anxious cough, where you'll cough, but I have a bit of like a gag reflex at the end of it, and that's just something I can't help. It's something that, it's fucking horrible, I tell you, because you feel bad enough any fucking way. And my way around it was sort of like, well, I'm going to try it. Hello, fourth viewer, welcome to the stream. My way around it, Lady Pam, hello, welcome to the stream.
Hello.
My way around it was sort of like going into thanks for the like, by the way, Lady Pam, much appreciated, you're awesome. My way around the whole situation of never doing anything on my own was simply, just trying it and just seeing what I can do. And I wasn't right. I just was not right. I came home and I was shaking, heart was racing, I felt dizzy, sweaty.
Oh, you can't find my channel. I think I've got a link. I can send it.
If you put the link in the chat, T.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do if that works. I found it the other night. No, it didn't come up.
Don't worry, we will get it sorted. Everything will be fine. Right. We'll get it sorted for you, no problem. So, I had all these symptoms, and I came home and said to my wife, I don't feel well. And I told her what was happening, and I said, I think I need to go to the doctors. It actually scared me to know that my heart was racing 10 to the dozen in my chest. Didn't know what the fuck was going on. So I went to the doctors, and I told him about it, and he said, right, we'll do a blood test on you, and they normally take a week, but come back tomorrow, I'll rush it through. So I went, right, okay. So I had this blood test taken, went away, went back the next day, walked in, and he goes, well, your blood test results are back, and they're absolutely perfect. And I go, and he goes, so what do you think it could be? And I just looked at him, and I went, it's my nerves, isn't it? And he went, yep, I think it is. And at that point, in the doctor's surgery, I broke down in tears.
Yeah.
It was my first experience with mental health. I think I'd always had it. Oh, do you know what, Lady Pam? That is the worst. Having a fear of going out is the worst. I suffered with that when I was really, really ill. And, I then never went to this place where I went to again. I went up there twice, and the first time I managed to make it up there and back, and the second time was sort of like, no, I'm not doing this again. I'm not going to keep putting myself through it. So I quit I phoned and told the necessary people who I needed to. I even phoned the place where I had to go, because there was one day I didn't show up for an appointment, and there was this woman on the phone. You were scheduled for an appointment yesterday. Why didn't you show up? And I said, because this has happened to me. And after that, I said, I won't be coming. I don't care what you do. Stop money. Stop whatever you want. I don't really care. And so after that, I went on and sorted myself out with some different money, and I just couldn't function. I had a fear of going out, like Lady Pamno said. I had a fear of going out. I stayed literally in my house for 3 months. My safe place I found was being up in the bedroom. Didn't watch TV up there. Literally just laid in bed. Didn't watch TV. Didn't do nothing. Didn't play any video games. Didn't do anything of that kind. And I got in contact with these people who are called, I think they're the wellness people or something. The doctors put you on to them. Now, I've had to have them twice in my life. And the first time was sort of like, you went in and you spoke to someone, and, they chat with you for a little bit and try to get you to understand what anxiety is, what, these things are, and that it's irrational thought. And that I did the right thing by going down. I did the right thing by getting help. But at the time, it was sort of like, I'm going to go into some place and I'm going to say I got mental health. Are you finding they help you, Lady Pam? Let us know in the chat. I have a, I went down there to see these people. They helped. And I had to see them. They helped me on my way, getting back to where I should be. And that, but obviously these things, them even helping me go out, helping me do these things, they didn't help me do one thing, and that's take it away. Because it's mental illness, you can't take it away.
You can't, no.
What you do, but a lot of people say, oh, if you've got depression, a lot of people say, you'll get over it, you'll get rid of it, and you can't get rid of it because it's mental health. It stays with you. You don't get rid of it, you just control it in whatever manner you can. A lot of people, like myself, have this problem where sort of like they need to... I'm going to cost a lot of money in this garden. I'm destroying a lot of flowers. Anyway, I'm having a lot of, I have a lot of trouble with it, and I don't get rid of it. I'm on antidepressants. I've been on them since 2012. I'm not ashamed to say. I cried in the fucking doctor's office, That's me. That's who makes me, Yeah. And at the end of the day, it's, it's fucking soul destroying when you get something like that. You don't know which way to turn. If I say to somebody, I'll have mental health issues, they're going to be like, oh, no, oh, what's this, and they won't understand it. To say, if I always have said nobody can really understand it unless they've had it themselves.
Yeah.
And if they have, if they get it themselves and then understand exactly what that feels like, then they can try and move forward with it. And talking to somebody, yes, it's out there, but that's bloody hard. And anybody who actually, comes forward and says, I have a problem, I need help, bigger fucking, congratulations to them. Because that's the first step on seeking help for yourself. Very scary, Lady Pam. Very, very scary. And, it's, you go out there to get the help, and you do get the help, and, you're admitting to them and yourself, I've got a problem here. It's just the same with anything else, with, even with addiction or anything like that. Bit of a strong thing to compare it to, but at the same time, it relates to it in a certain way, because I found my way of dealing with it is routine. But even that sometimes can be, it can go a bit tits up, let's say, for the simple reason of you've got certain things that you have to do in the morning, that you have to do for lunch. You have to have dinner at a certain time, have to have your tea at a certain time, have to, if you need to go to sleep, you have to go to sleep. If it's something you've gotten used to, you have to do it. It's just one of them things. You get scared of, running around doing different things. You don't really like change and stuff like that. I mean, me personally have had, I'm not ashamed to admit it, every afternoon I have a nap. Because when I was ill, that's what I did. I was in the bedroom all the time, didn't come out, and just tried my best to deal with it the best way I could. It took me a long time to get over it. 3 months before I went outside. In some terms that's, quite quick. In some terms, it's different. And I hope that if you're out there and you have a mental health problem and you have a mental illness, that you can seek help and try and do your best to deal with it, try and do your best to cope with it, because panic attacks, depression, anxiety are not very nice things. A lot of things can cause them. Lady Pam has commented. She says, well, the sister I told you about, I lost in total. I have lost 2 sisters the same way. That's a lot to cope with. My thoughts and prayers go out to you, Lady Pam, because that is a hell of a lot to deal with. And the fact that sort of like you're soldiering on, and they'll always be with you, their memories will always be with you. You're never, ever going to lose them. I believe in sort of like the afterlife and stuff like that. About 13 years ago, I lost my dad. And I walk around the house talking to him. I look absolutely crazy walking around my house talking away. But, I talk to him and I believe he can hear me. Mm-hmm. You are strong. You definitely, Lady Pam, you are strong, and you're stronger than you think. You're stronger than you think, and you can make it through absolutely anything. It's not sort of like one of them things where it just goes away. It doesn't. Something like that, like losing somebody, will do it to you 100%, because you're in a state for a long, long, long time, and it's very difficult to get over a loved one.
Yeah.
That
is horrible.
That is horrible to lose somebody, as you know, T. And, it's something that we wish it didn't happen, but at the end of the day, sometimes life can be a complete bitch.
Yeah. Let's say life's here to test you. Like, you're not born with an instruction book. It's like, here you are, this is what you got to do in life. You get born, you grow up, you get adulthood, and you have to go out there. And if you make mistakes, you make mistakes, right? You learn from them, and that's when you got to fight through them. And then that's the thing, you've got to push on life and do what you fucking can do.
Yeah.
And survive, pretty much. It's like a game of Jumanji, survive, pretty much. in life. You've got to carry on and do the best you can.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe bumps on the way, but you still got to go carry on through it.
Yeah, that's it. And the thing about it is, anything can cause it. Absolutely anything can cause it. I've had with that bollocks virus we had a couple of years ago.
Virus.
I mean, well, the way the government handled it, I didn't like, but that's another story for another time. They. Oh, how do I start this thing? I am holding it. There we go. I hate sort of like, the fact that I have to deal with these things. Anything can cause it. And the thing about panic attacks is they can come at any time. Anxiety can hit you at any time without warning. Did you want to say something, T? It sounded like you want to say something.
No, it's just I saw Lady Pam's comment, that was all.
She says, well... possibly, Lady Pam. I would say it is, yes. I would say it is. It's not like a PlayStation exclusive. It's called Lawn Mowing Simulator. It should be on there. She says, well, I hope it's okay, by the way, me reading these comments out, Lady Pam. Let me know if it's, if you don't want me to. But this one says, we lost my son's dad 3 years ago. Very sorry to hear that. And it's like I'm being punished over and over. Yeah, it would be. It would feel like that because it's sort of like, a shock, and everybody
when I read that hit home for me. That's what it was.
Yeah.
'Cause I know exactly what that's like, and we do feel like we're being punished. It is horrible.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, definitely. Well, I think that sort of like anybody who deals anything like that and carries on, even anybody who goes through something like that and even gets up in the morning, you've got fucking balls, kid, at the end of the day to sort of like to get up and deal with something like that. Who, I don't sort of like, I know that sort of like I have issues and things to deal with, but I try not to dwell on it. I try not to let it get to me. There's certain things that'll start it off. There's certain things that'll trigger it. There's, certain things I can and can't do still. But you get through it. And, and at the end of the day, go on.
Before, I didn't like change. I never liked the change when I was younger, when I was going to school and stuff. I never liked change, but my school was a big help for me to get used to change. And then, as I got older and then went to college and that, I was getting up, doing things.
Yeah.
And then a big thing happened to me when I was 18, and it took me off my feet for God knows how long.
Right.
And then, as you know, and then that got me very, like... So I don't want to say isolated as such, but like couldn't do much. And that's where it all started off, but I never thought about it.
Yeah.
And then, as I said, when I got back on my feet again, I tried doing things, trying to get out and then trying to do things still, and then it didn't help. Obviously, knocked back. And then I gave up in the end and got very low and obviously depressed and stuff. And then it all came about, so we say beginning of 2020, and then try to do things, but then obviously, as you said, bullshit COVID come about, so that stopped everything. And then a big blow a few years back, obviously losing someone important to me, and then I've just been coping the best I can. That's what I've been doing.
Yeah.
And not trying to think about it.
Yeah, excuse me.
I think the more you think about it, the more worse it'll be.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, it's one of them things that's gonna rattle you from time to time, and it's it's like when it's an anniversary or something like that, it can hit you, but you got to deal with it in the very best way that you possibly can.
Yeah.
Whatever way that is, whatever way feels right to you. I can't go through a birthday of mine. I can't go through a Christmas without thinking about my dad, what he'd be saying to me, and probably taking the piss, and you know, but that was who he was, you know.
Yeah, that's like with my father. Yeah, he was like that adult.
Yeah,
taking the mickey and having a laugh.
You know, we lose people, and that can trigger it. A lot of things can trigger it. It could be people who were once friends turning on you. It can, and if there's one of them watching right now who is the third viewer, I'm not talking about you, so don't go fucking crying. You know, it can be friends turning on you. It can be anything. I mean, but my progress, and I'm one of the worst worrywarts in the fucking world. The slightest thing happens, I worry about it. Where I fucking live is dreadful. I don't trust the neighbours around here as far as I can bloody throw them. They'll complain about you for the. They can complain about you, you know, at the drop of a hat. And, you know, and things like that.
See, that's the things as well. When you know you lost someone and they do things like that, turn TV on and off and things like that, you know they're there.
They're there?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, 100% they're there. I mean, I'm very spiritual. I 100% believe in the afterlife. I've had paranormal experiences. And, yes, Lady Pam, they do definitely watch over you. They're there just to check in, make sure that you're okay. They're there just to let you know that they're there looking after you, because they're your loved ones. They love you, you love them, and, you know, they're there for you. It's not going to be, you know, it's not anything like you see on any of these bloody horror films that you see these days, sort of like, you know, anything like that. You know, I truly believe in the paranormal. I've had experiences, and I know it's real. I know heaven and hell is real.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so yeah, I completely agree with everything like that. But when it comes to my recovery, how I've done that, it's very simple. I've used one of T's methods. I've used music. I can stick some MJ on, and I'm fucking well away. I don't give a shit about anything once that's on. You know. I can listen to music. Go on.
Music's brilliant. Music's brilliant for it. See, it's not just that. I have music, watching TV, my favourite films or TV shows. That helps me a hell of a lot.
Yeah.
And, you know, and music is such a big one.
Oh, 100%. You know, and you know, all depending on sort of like, you know, listen to your favourite artist. Lady Pam says, one day at a time and playing House Flipper for me. Absolutely. Completely agree with you there. Awesome way to deal with things. Brilliant way to deal with things. Love it.
Yeah, gaming's one of them. Yeah, gaming's a good one.
Yeah, gaming is one of them. And as for the public transport thing for me, not being able to go on buses and trains on my own, I can now.
I can. I've gotten used to it since when I was going to college and that and stuff like that, going on my own and stuff. So I've gotten used to it.
Well, I had an old friend who I don't talk to anymore, but I went to visit them up in Scotland.
Yeah.
And that was the biggest train journey I've ever done on my own. It's the first time I went on my own. 7 hours on trains.
Christ.
I started off at like, I think it was 9:30 in the morning, ended up getting there about 5 o'clock at night.
Mm-hmm.
And that was a biggie. That was, let me think, it was 1, 2, 3. That was 4 trains. It was 4 trains. It was very tiring, but I managed to get through it.
Bloody hell.
And now, going up the city, which I frequently do, going to look in HMV, going to check out the records, you know, seeing what vinyl I can pick up, is, you know, is one of my favourite things to do now. You know, I do a lot of shopping online, but...
Even we've got routine of even when we got the city as well. We both do, don't we? How we do it, like what shops to go to and how to get home and stuff. We have a routine of that, don't we? As well.
Weekends I'm frequently either in the Chapelfield, which is where I am. You'll find me either in Chapelfield or in CEX or Sex, as some people like to call it. I'm either in them, or I'm at the food court, or I'm in HMV, or anywhere like that. I wander around, go have a look at places. But if it's one of them days where I just know I want to get just one thing, I won't hang around. I'll go get what I got to get. I'll go get what I got to get, and get on the train and come back home, and then enjoy whatever it is I bought, whether it be a record, CD, a video game, anything. I'll come back home and enjoy what I've brought. That's my reward for the day. And my wife actually has a way of dealing with it as well. She says, if you're worried about something, think of what your outcome could be. Mm-hmm. So you could be right, okay, yes, I feel bad, but I'm a strong person. I'm not going to let it beat me. And I'm going to, I'm going to do this. And my outcome is that I've got the thing I wanted, or I've gone and actually done it. And then you won't see it as sort of like a thing that you couldn't do. You'll see it as one huge achievement, because it is.
Like for me, next week, right? Next Wednesday.
Yeah.
Me and my mum's going to go and see a show in London, which I've been asking for ages to go and see. Only Fools and Horses the musical, right? And I've been asking since this first started.
Yeah.
And me and my mum's never been on the train on our own properly before. We've never done that before on our own. I've always been driven to events and concerts and stuff with an old friend of ours.
Right.
And when the first time we went on the train to London for the day, it was my birthday. It was us three together, and she helped us to do that. See, next week, obviously we're not friends with her anymore, so obviously we are going to be doing it on our own. We've already bought tickets for already, like the tickets for the show and the train tickets, but it's our first time us going to London ourselves. And how I think the outcome for that, to do that, is going out doing something different, something that we've never done before, and also go and see a show that we want to go and see.
Yeah.
And enjoy it and come back.
Yeah.
And once we know how to do it, we can do it next time for another event or something, or another concert or something to go and see.
Yeah.
It's just this first step, And
also, me and you need to plan a day out up the city together.
We do. We very do. Yes, we do.
And my takeaway from it, and my advice to anybody who's going through anything like that, is you're not broken down, you're not washed up, you're not a failure. Talk to somebody if you feel you can. A lot of people will help. Always remember you're a strong person. You can do it. And remember, you're going through this stuff and you're surviving day to day. So in my book, you're fucking awesome.
And you're winning, pretty much.
Oh yeah, you're winning more than Charlie Sheen, seriously. It's oh God, flowers. It's one of them things that, I think that if you can do it and you feel like you can do it and you can achieve it, you definitely can do it.
Yeah.
But yeah, take one day at a time, take it in your stride.
Yeah.
And if you feel like you need to talk to somebody, please do it. Please go and see help. You're not on your own. A lot of people say you're not on your own because it's, it's a lot of people say it and it's becoming like it's something to say, but it's true. You're not on your own. There are people out there who are just like you, going through the same shit. There are people out there who are willing to help. There are people out there who are willing to listen. Us here at Flawless Rage 2 are, very, very, are advocates for that, really. For, talking to people and helping them the best you can.
And we hope this video help as well.
Oh yeah, definitely. If you're watching this live or if you're watching this later on, you got your boys here support 100%. I mean, we completely understand it. And like some doctors who you go in to see and seems like they don't know what they're talking about or they read it in a bloody book. We've actually been through this shit and we know what it actually feels like. Absolutely, Lady Pam. It's that's what we're here for. not malicious people. Despite it depends on who you talk to, though. If you talk to my old friends, they might say something different. But then again, I've got something to say about them, but not tonight.
Yeah. Yeah. And if you're still here the third person, then we don't know if it's them or not, do we?
We don't know if it is them or not, but it's you know what? Anybody out there who's suffering, going through something, you have my support.
Yeah.
You have my thoughts. You have my love, and I will always be. I'm there to talk to. You can always pop on the stream here and talk to me. You can find a way of getting in contact. I'm here to talk to. T's here to talk to. I will warn you though, if you talk to Tea Party, he will bore you with talking about Busted and Bruno Mars. So please be wary of that.
No. So you're talking to people, and talking things about your favourite things helps to cover your mind of all the other shit, pretty much.
Yeah.
You talk about something you enjoy and you really enjoy looking into and stuff, and really done research on things and that, like singers, TV, or whatever it comes to, and you talk about it as your passion, that helps your mind to not focus on the other shit.
Yeah. But that's what we're that's what we're here for. T, I'm sure you can say exactly the same thing what I just said.
Yeah.
There's no need for, with all the shit that goes on in this fucked up world, right? There's no need for anyone to be nasty to each other. There's no need for anybody to sort of be a little backstabbing wino bitch, There's no need for anything like that. There's, as the great MJ once said, love, Love, that's all you need. You just need understanding and people to listen to you, people to talk to, and you can get through. You're okay. You're fucking brave, and I respect the hell out of anybody who's going through absolutely anything. You can make it through. Ain't me just saying that. I'm not one of these people who you talk to, and these are the people who piss me off, right? All right, this is where Flawless gets going. Right, we got a rant, right? Have you ever come across these people in life where?
Oh God.
Right, where you're talking to, I've had a neighbour who's done it to me, right, and I thought, you know what, fuck off, right, but there was a place I had to go a few years ago. I didn't want to go there, and I said to him, I don't want to go, I suffer with anxiety, I don't want to go. And do you know what the answer was? Do you know what their response to me was? Oh, you'll be alright. I'm like, how the fuck do you know if I'm going to be alright or not? Are you me? Do you have my feelings? Do you know what's going on in my head right now? Do you know how much I don't want to do this? I'm going to be alright? Am I fuck?
You're right.
It's bloody annoying. So anybody out there who's part of the not the woke brigade this week, anybody who's out there is part of the brigade where sort of like the you'll be all right brigade. Shut up and go to bed, because you don't know what you're saying. You need to really, really, really try and understand here. That's all good, Lady Pam. I do it all the time. It's it's one of them things, and so that's that. But rant is over. But another one's coming, because that was a little bit of a chat we had on mental health. It was a bit too soon to finish, so we're going to talk about something else.
Which you said you want to do another topic, didn't you? So.
Well, I said if we have time, because we didn't know how long the first topic was going to take. But yes, the government.
Oh, here we go.
This Sunday.
Bastards.
This Sunday, right?
That's what they are.
We have this fucking stupid emergency warning system coming. That could actually tie into mental health, right? Because it's something which you could fucking panic over. They're trying to warn people about it, and it's just an emergency test thing that's going to be on Android and iOS phones and stuff. Now, we didn't ask for it, But apparently the government wants to make something go off on our phones. Call me a conspiracy theorist, but are they trying to control everything? Yeah. Now when you go to vote, you've got to take photo ID. If you haven't got ID, you can't fucking vote. Why? Do they want to know who's voting for what people and everything? No, it's bullshit.
We're all a number though to them. We're all a number.
I'm 39 years old, right? And in my 39 years, I have never, ever, ever known anybody to have to take identification to vote. I don't need to prove. I mean, I wouldn't be voting anyway. I think that's a load of bollocks. But
I don't vote, so
but I don't need to prove who the fuck I am to anybody. I know who I am.
Yeah.
Lady Pam says, wrap your phone up in loads of tinfoil to block. It's not a bad idea.
Yeah, that's but they say if you put your phone on silent or whatever, it'll still go off. So
what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna turn my phone off.
Well,
and then knowing me, probably forget to switch it back on. Although this morning T did send me a video of how to do it on your Android or iOS, because it's not fucking needed,
No, it's not. But hang on, I spoke about this with my mother, saying about this. See, now with the technology nowadays, because basically back in the day when the war and stuff happening, they had sirens and things like that. See, nowadays, if say, for example, we did in the future, we go into another war again. Say if we do, right? It's not going to happen, but if we do, now you got to think, how will we know it's going to happen?
See, because it's going to be over Twitter within 20 seconds.
I know, but hang on, right? With technology, right? You've got TVs, you've got your phone, you've got your tablet, you've got your laptops, you've got everything you've got basically used day-to-day basis, right? And that's the way they do it. And I think the reason why they put the warning out there first before they do the siren, say, for example, you're driving your car, right?
Yeah.
And then you're going to do your day-to-day life, not thinking, and you got your phone there, go off alarm, and you might swerve and crash. See, at least with this, it's telling you it's going to happen before it happens, in a way.
Yeah, but is it needed?
No.
Is it needed that sort of like government and people like that really have got to have access in a way to our phones? I know it's like the probably the mobile phone companies who are sending it out, but at the same time,
I switched off.
At the same time, I don't feel like it's necessary. Why do they need to know who we are, where we are, what we're doing all the time? Freedom?
Because there
is no fucking freedom. The bastards all well, yeah, they probably are, especially Boris Johnson. But at the end of the day, it's one of them things that I don't think it's needed personally. If anything happens, it's going to be on the TV before anything happens. It's going to be, if there's a surprise attack or anything, it's going to be straight over social media anyway. So why do we need our phone to go? It's like bloody, like bloody horror movie or something. Like Psycho to fucking, let us know that that something's happening. Please give me a break. And that's a photo I bloody D to go and vote. Shove it up your ass.
I don't vote, so I don't really know.
I don't fucking vote because there's no point. Because even if you vote in a election to see who you want to be the next, like, prime minister of the country or something, then at the end of then what are they going to do? They'll do what they're going to say they're going to do for 6 months and do what the fuck they want to anyway. And to be perfectly honest, there's enough scandal in that government now anyway that is absolutely crazy. You'll look at all the things this fucking Sunak guy's going through, and everything. Honestly, you'd be better off. We would be better off having fucking, someone in charge who actually knows what to do, and someone who's going to be fun. Here, right? I'll run for prime minister. Elect me. I'll fucking show you a thing or two, right? Because I'll tell you, we put the world to rights here on the chat show. Imagine what I would do. Lady Pam's hit it right on the nose there. She says, yeah, we don't get no say. Absolutely. 100% agree. We don't get no say.
We don't anymore.
We don't. It's sort of like all of the people in the past who fought for our freedom through World War I, World War II, all the veterans, it seems like it was all for nothing now. because we don't live in a society and in a world where we can be free. Let's be honest. We live in I suppose we've got freedom to a certain degree, but we live in a dictatorship where people are trying to tell you what to do all the time, where people are trying to, do all this, say all this crap that doesn't even matter. I don't think we need any emergency sirens. I don't think we should have to prove who we are to go and put a piece of paper in a box so someone can jump up and down and go, "Yay, we won!" I don't think we should do that. I don't think we should do that. I think we should just, let us do what we want to do. If this video gets taken down through political reasons, fuck it. I don't care.
Tough.
We have to, we have to explain what we're doing. And have to explain why we're saying this. And it's because government and politics fucking sucks.
Bastards.
Well, I said sucks, but you can say that if you want to, and I agree with you anyway. But that's just the long and short of it, isn't it? That's just how it is. We don't need them to tell us what to do. We don't need them to tell us how to live our lives. What we need them to do is put fucking food prices down. Help people... I'll get through to that in a minute, Lady Pam. She says, and ringing a doctor, and Lady the doctor, we get you a number 25, right? I'll tell you what my local doctors does. This is T's doctors as well, but I'll get to that in a minute. Right?
There we go.
Put food prices down. Hell, there's an advert on there that's airing on TV right now with an old lady crying to somebody on the phone saying she's cold. Right? Help the elderly. Help the homeless. Help people who have mental health problems. A little bit more help would go a long ass way. Help people like that. Don't be sort of like sitting in, your first or second fucking home just because you're in government and thinking, oh, I know what we can do. Let's make everybody's phone bleep like they're in fucking Psycho fucking 14 and, and try and get control. What are they doing? Is it just a warning signal or are they actually trying to tap into your phone somehow? There's a lot to be discussed there, See,
there was theories going about with the bullshit COVID. Now there's theories going to be about this now. You watch.
Oh yeah. And I think it's one of them things that it's never going to go away. People are always going to be like it. We need a real government who are going to do whatever they say. And I'm not a political person. I don't get involved in government. I can't stand it when I watch when sort of like you got the news on or something, and somebody says sort of like stands up and says the right honourable gentleman. Well, if he's right and honourable, why the fuck are you arguing with him? If he's right and honourable, why are you arguing with him? There's no need to argue with him if he's right and honourable, is there, fucking donut?
True.
There's... and then they say, we're going to put taxes up by 25%. And then they sound like a bunch of fucking sheep behind him. They're like, yeah! I'm like, am I watching fucking... no, seriously, right? I'm like, am I watching the fucking news right now? Or have I just slipped over to Country File? Because something's not right here. So yeah, that's basically that. And as for the doctor thing, as Lady Pam mentioned, you say ringing up and getting through number 25. We can top that. Where we live, me and T, you have to, if you ring up, they ask you if you've got internet access. If you have
you have to book online.
Yeah, you have to book an appointment online, and they'll get through to you. That's what they say. They'll get through to you go online, fill it in a form, and they'll get through to you by the end of the day. Right?
Yeah, that's bullshit.
Okay. Good job you're not fucking dying, isn't it? If they're going to get through to you by the end of the day. Good job you don't really need medical assistance. Get through to you by the end of the day. No. I've got a trick that I use. I've got a trick that I use to actually get through to the doctor. You just tell them you ain't got internet access. And with prices going up now, it's so easy. Yeah, it's lying to them, but they don't give a fuck anyway, right?
They don't actually give a fuck. They don't anymore.
Right. What I do is I say I did have internet access, but it cost too much, so I had to get rid of it. So that's why I'm phoning in. And then they fill out this form for you, but in 10 minutes you'll get a doctor ring you back.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It's the way to do it. You've got to be ruthless these days, getting through to these companies and people and stuff, because people aren't going to help. People aren't going to help you.
Beat the system.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Oh, definitely. So yeah, there is that. So even things like that need to improve, and the health service really should take a better interest. They do a good job, but they should, take an interest in helping people and not letting people suffer by having 4-day walkouts. That I didn't agree with the other day.
See, now with me with the doctors in hospital, right? Now what I went through, right, with hospital and stuff. Now, I have to take tablets for when I eat and stuff.
Yeah.
Now, when I was suffering with my belly and stuff, with like toilet and stuff, right? They all said, "Oh, up your tablets, right?" I've done that. Didn't work.
Yeah.
Still get suffering here and there. We turned out it was something we said it was because we know fat people in the family who suffer with it. Told the doctors when I last went to doctor's check for it. Yeah. They didn't listen to what I said. I had to wait for their floppy disk to work, right, to tell us anything. No, honestly, I went to the doctor's, right, for a checkup, right? She said, "Oh, sorry, we can't tell you what the problem is, so we can't tell you blah, 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 because the computer's not working. So basically, you've got to rely on a floppy disk to tell me what's wrong with me, which I'm telling you what's wrong with me." Is that what you're saying to me?
Yeah.
Honestly, it's a floppy disk to them.
Now he was ranting.
It's right though. They do. They rely on a floppy disk.
They rely on too much these days. They rely on everything. They rely on fucking technology and stuff. The reason they want you to fill out a form is because it goes into their computers, and they just basically like the doctors. They're too fucking lazy to do their goddamn job. Yeah. At the end of the day, that's what it is. They're too fucking lazy to do their job, and we're overworked. No. How it used to be was even better. You just phone up, and they'd say, "Can you book an appointment?" You can't even book an appointment for the next day. I've tried it. I said, is it possible I could book an appointment to come down and see the doctor tomorrow because I need to talk about my antidepressants? "Oh, sorry, you need to phone back at 8:30 in the morning." I'm like, why can't you book the fucking thing now?
I think it's because early in the morning to get it booked in that day, because it depends on who's booked early in the morning that day, and you can do it in the afternoon, they might not be able to fit you in.
They can find space!
I know, but this is the doctor's for you.
You raise a fair point. Anyways, T. Anyways, T, that has been a quite interesting stream. We're going to be finishing now, guys, but you haven't got rid of us just yet. Vinyl Friday is on its way. More details about that in a moment. But first of all,
about my channel, when we finish, I can always comment back on this video again. And if you come back to this video, look into the comments.
And there'll be a link that you can follow.
Yeah, I'll
Lady
put the
Pam.
link in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's going to be streaming, but no. What game will you be streaming?
The Sims.
The Sims. Okay, so therefore you see some Sims action. He's got quite a lot of packs as well, so it's really good. I agree with you. The world has gone balmy. It's gone more than balmy. Right, okay, so we're going to be finishing now, but first of all, I'd like to thank Mr. Tea Party Gaming for coming in on the Flawless and Tea Party chat show this week. How did you find it tonight?
It was good, as always, and fun, as always.
Yeah. So, I hope everybody out there who watched enjoyed. You guys are seriously awesome. And like I said, before I do go, if you're going through anything, seek help, talk to somebody, and, you're amazing, you're strong, and you got this, okay? Always remember that. Now, you haven't finished with Flawless for tonight. Oh, no. Tea Party likes it when I do that. Because coming between the hours of 12 and 1 tomorrow morning, early hours, it is going to be what, T?
Vinyl Friday.
Vinyl Friday is coming your way this week. We've got a really, really good one for you this week. And I've also upped the picture quality on it and stuff and everything. So, because I've got, it's all gone fancy here now. So, yes.
Technical.
We are going technical. So, Vinyl Friday coming your way between the hours of 12 and 1 tonight. Also, next week, expect some wrestling action. And also, we're doing a new House on House flipper. Oh, yes. It is the Millionaire's Mansion theme. We're going to be doing that on on one of the houses next week. So that'll be along next week. And yes, thank you all for watching this. You guys are amazing. Thank you for the support. I really, truly do appreciate it. And look out for Vinyl Friday. Until then, all that's left for me to say is don't forget to subscribe here if you're new. Turn on them post notifications to be notified every time I upload a brand new video or stream. Also follow me on Instagram and Flawless Rage 2. But for now, guys, that's the end. Thank you guys so much for watching. Take care. And nothing else left to be said tonight, guys. But always remember to be you, be the real you, be the true you, and enjoy Vinyl Friday, because there's no point in being anything else. Take care, guys. We'll see you in the next one. Until then, stay safe. Have a great weekend. And we'll catch you soon. Cheers. Bye.